Now we have some agenda items.
Like that 6.6.
This is 6.6, now known as 6.1. Vicki Weber.
My name is Vicki Weber. I live in Lake Elstar.
Over with your hand.
A report commissioned by EBM-WD that researched the economic viability of leaks was completed in February 2006 and recently released to the public last week. The conclusion of the EBM-WD commissioned report states that the leaks project will lose over $27 million per year on page 22 of the paper. The EBM-WD report also states on page 2 that the calculated assumption that leaks will have $54 million in net energy sales is unfounded, and it will have only $0.3 million in net energy sales per year, less than $1 million due to faulty assumptions and calculations by Nevada Hydro. The EBM-WD report states that Nevada Hydro is using a 4% interest rate to finance leaks, but also suggests a more realistic interest rate is 6%. Since EBM-WD is the 4% interest rate in calculating the $27 million loss per year, then 2% more debt must be added to the annual cost of leaks, adding another $16 million per year in losses, because $800 million of debt will be used to finance the $1.4 billion leaks bill cost. The rest of the leaks financing, $600 million, will be financed through equity stock, which will have a guaranteed return rate of 14%. Since 4% of the debt rests in the EBM-WD report, then 10% of the equity is still unaccounted for. This adds another $60 million per year to the leaks yearly operation costs. The yearly cost for leaks is $27 million plus $16 million plus $60 million, an annual loss of $103 million per year project. First phase of the report states, in the present market structure for electricity, the leaks project is unlikely to cover operational and finance costs, and states that leaks time has come and gone. EBM-WD should be forthright to the ratepayers and let them know the truth. This was known in 2006, yet ratepayer money has continued to funnel to Nevada Hydro. Before more ratepayer money is given to Nevada Hydro, residents should be able to vote on this project. Many are against the power lines. If fire breaks out, it would be difficult to control secondary to explode, so it would be allowed to burn out of control. The hydro plant will lose money, so most likely it won't be built, which I feel is a blessing. To put a reservoir in a fault zone above homes is dangerous, and the waste needs to stop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Disagree with Councilman Farman-elect. It does have everything to do with Wilkemar. We are rate payers throughout this valley, and I'm asking tonight, like I did at the water board meeting, which I attended, that maybe our influence at this council could convince the EBM-WD to put this to the vote of the people, since it affects all the people in all the surrounding areas. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Gary Andre.
Yes, I serve on the Lake Elsinore Planning Commission Committee. And this was brought up before the committee. And I asked a very specific question: why don't you put it in the area where it belongs, down at the salt sea? It can use this in circulation of the water in the whole bed. They were supposed to get back to me on this. No one ever did. I asked them about the trails. I'm trail commissioner in Riverside County. I asked them the question on the trails and what the destruction is going to do to the national forest. Never got anything back on it from them, which they said they would. People say this has nothing to do with us. If the winds are blowing right, it has a lot to do with it, because the fire will spread. I've lived out here 22 years, and I've seen fires go right up the top mountains. It's not pretty stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Linda Gilmore.
Hello, I'm Linda Brightmanner, and I'm so glad that previous people spoke and said essentially essentially what I was going to say. Well, I'm very disappointed that Scott feels that this is not an issue for Wildomar. Many of your people travel down Grand Avenue on their way to Highway 74 to go up and over to Ortega. If they are going to be driving there, they're going to find delays. They're going to find road damage from the trucks that will be need to be hauling all of the dirt away for the building of the project. I can give you specific data if you need to. Call me. We can ask Ray. You also, because you'll be sitting in delays, you're going to have problems with smog, you're going to have problems with noise. I also am concerned that it was my understanding that a number of people in Wildomar were EVMWD ratepayers. I may be confused on that, but that was what I thought. And as a ratepayer, you should very much want to know where your money is going. And I think this is a terrible project, and and I have been speaking out against it since Bob Buster appointed me to be on the committee to review this. As Gary mentioned, Wildomar will be affected if a fire breaks out. There's no guarantee that it won't come down and affect your community. So thank you so much for listening to me.
Okay, thank you, Linda.